right, guys, you know that I always give you the real truth, right? That's why I call the show Real Truth. So I'm going to give you some no-holds-barred, down and dirty, unvarnished, up-close and personal truth, because that's what you've come to expect from me, and I owe you nothing less than that. I've been doing the show for over 9 years. As you know, I do it for free because it's a privilege to do it, and I feel it's my duty to do it. I've even written a book about it called Real Truth, Stay Angry. A few days ago, I was contacted by a friend of mine on Facebook who goes by the handle Joe Cool. He's a really nice guy, and he listens to the show, and he watches the YouTube video. And I had done a show last week with no videos whatsoever, just me talking, and he said, Howard, that was great. That's what we want. More commentary and less video. We want more of you. Here's what I told him, and it's what I'll tell you. In the environs around Johnstown, Denver, the rest of Colorado, you've got civic groups, you've got Christian and Jewish organizations, you've got churches, conservative and Republican organizations, you've got news media, you've got colleges and universities, you've got concerned parent groups, you've got patriotic groups, you've got libraries, and on and on and on. And in 9 years, I have not received a single invitation from any of them to come speak, either about my show or about what's going on in the news. Not been interviewed by any of the media. I've got who knows how many thousands or hundreds of thousands of listeners to this show. I have not sold thousands of books. What I'm saying is I haven't gotten any buy-in from my audience. I'm not getting any interactivity. You guys are not putting out the effort that I would like to see. You're not joining me in this mission. I've got to support you with everything I've got, and I've done that for 9 years, and you've got to support me by getting involved. It is shameful and shocking that in 9 years I have not been interviewed by anyone in Colorado, not been invited by anyone to speak in Colorado, and sales of my book, Real Truth, Stay Angry, which I'll tell you objectively is a really, really interesting book, have been anemic. And so no, I am not going to do shows with no video. I'm not going to give 100% of myself, 100% commentary in these shows until I see some buy-in from the audience, until I see that you guys are motivated, that you're really interested in what I have to say. Don't get me wrong, the videos I play are important and they're great. But more than that, I'm not going to do until I see some reciprocity. It's Monday. It's Real Truth. My friends, you want the truth? You just got it. We'll be back.
The United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play, and if you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver. It's not only the best Italian and Mexican cuisine, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5166. 303-757-5166. Piccolo. We thank them for doing a great job keeping our shop and embrace the best. Realize your job is dangerous. Sometimes this message is a greeting. Call 352-2233. They're on the air because they care. Hire them to the uniform people in Greeley.
All right, guys, let's kick it off. Here's John Guandolo, president of a group called Understanding the Threat. He's here to talk about the shooting in Las Vegas over a week ago and who's really responsible. Let's listen.
Hi, I'm John Guandolo, president. For their operations, ensure thinks he even held a gun. if we're to believe any of them. Now, post-attack, what do we see? We see the Islamic State claim responsibility immediately for this attack. Same day, Monday, they, on a second occasion, claim responsibility, say that the shooter, Paddock, was given an Arabic name and said he was a martyr. He was one of theirs. Then early Tuesday morning, East Coast time, we see a third message from the Islamic State repeating that, and that he was doing it for the Islamic State. Today, Thursday, we see a fourth message from the Islamic State reaffirming that this is their operation. This is an incredible timeline of events, and when looked at, what you realize is there's only one viable assessment thus far with the facts on the table, and that is that this is a jihadi operation. In fact, the Islamic State has no record of claiming responsibility for an attack like this when the attacker does not either directly belong to them or somebody who's ideologically aligned with them. In fact, that has never happened. Now, there are some reports, for instance, that the attack in June in the Philippines was not an Islamic State attack, and they actually claimed it. In fact, analysts from around the world who have gone back and looked at that believe that the Filipino government truly failed in their analysis, calling that event a robbery, when in fact there's a significant amount of evidence pointing to the fact that that was an Islamic State operation.
My friends, there are a lot of Islamic State operations here and around the world that are not being identified as such because the authorities don't want us to know about it. Watch the rest of this video. Go to Glazov Gang, Glazov gang.com. Watch the rest of this video. It's fascinating. You'll find a whole bunch of other guys. I had Jamie Glazov on the show a few years ago. Nice guy doing important work. Watch the rest of the video. And then go to jihadwatch.com. I like to play videos from that show too. Excellent organization. The prevalence of Islamic violence is far greater in America than the authorities will ever let on. And it's important that we know that. We'll take a break and we'll be back, my friends. Stick around.
Great Plains Power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom-tailored capabilities as modest as emergency lighting all the way to commercial-scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom-designed systems, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com. Your local DuPont Pioneer team doesn't take with you for the word go lightly, especially when it comes to forages. Just ask your fellow producers, folks like Amos Smith.
We have an awesome support team from Pioneer. I think that they're probably one of the reasons why we are successful.
And Bruce Cullum.
They'll come out just anytime you want to call them and help us. You don't get that from all your other seed dealers, but these guys are here all season long.
As well as Ken Phelps. Did you know that the research that Pioneer's done, it really it shows, and that the cows really do well with it, so we continue to use it. Or Billy Rucker.
All in all, seem like Pioneer is always in the top. I believe green, and I believe Pioneer.
Want a team that's with you from the word go? That's DuPont Pioneer. Ask them about leveraging the silage zone resource to produce the highest quality forages for your operation. Pioneer, with you from the word go.
friends, you know the name Professor Victor Davis Hanson. He is a military historian, a columnist, farmer. He's been a commentator on modern and ancient warfare and contemporary politics for National Review, etc., etc. He's one of those guys who just knows a lot. Here he is talking about the media's hysteria over President Trump.
Part of the problem with the media hysteria is, again, also
My friends, the president will get the wall built. I have no doubt of that. I have no doubt that Mexico will indeed pay for it, even though now it doesn't seem likely. Trust me. Item from the Washington Times. Determined to finally solve illegal immigration, the White House submitted a 70-point enforcement plan to Congress on Sunday, proposing the stiffest reforms ever offered by an administration, including a massive rewrite of the law in order to eliminate loopholes illegal aliens have exploited to gain a foothold in the U.S. The plans, seen by the Washington Times, include President Trump's call for a border wall, more deportation agents, a crackdown on sanctuary cities, and stricter limits to chain migration. All issues the White House says need to be part of any bill Congress passes to legalize illegal immigrant dreamers currently protected by the Obama-era deportation amnesty known as DACA. But the plan breaks serious new ground on the legal front, giving federal agents more leeway to deny illegal immigrants at the border, to arrest and hold them when they're spotted in the interior, and to deport them more speedily. The goal, the White House said, is to ensure major changes to border security, interior enforcement, and the legal immigration system. Anything that's done addressing the status of DACA recipients needs to include these three reforms and solve these three problems, a senior White House official told the Times. If you don't solve these problems, then you're not going to have a secure border, you're not going to have lawful immigration system, and you're not going to be able to protect American workers. Unquote. My friends, did you ever hear Barack Obama talk about protecting American anything? Item from NBC Chicago. A man shot dead early Friday evening was the 500th person to be killed in city gun violence since the start of the year on a weekend that's left 3 others wounded in shootings across Chicago. The city reached 500 shooting homicides about a week later than it did last year on September 29, 2016, according to data maintained by the Chicago Sun-Times. At this point last year, there had been 511 people shot to death. Unquote. My friends, black Americans continue to vote very heavily in favor of the Democrats, and Democrats continue to treat black Americans like dogs. Rahm Emanuel, the mayor of Chicago, former chief assistant to Barack Obama, a lifelong Democrat, hasn't lifted finger number one to stop the slaughter of mostly African Americans in Chicago. He's got bigger fish to fry. He just plain doesn't care. When will black voters realize that? We'll be back.
Howdy, folks. Have you ever thought about having your own backyard chicken? Now you have a source for certified organic, no GMO, no soy chicken feed. HappyHens.biz can even deliver, or you can pick up. Call me, Tim, at 303-829-5948, or go to HappyHens.biz for pricing and ingredients. At HappyHens.biz, we love HappyHens.biz, or call us at 303-829-5948.
Do you have any health challenges that concern you? If you said yes, you are ready to evolve yourself. Call today and qualify for a free pain treatment. 970-667-4669.
I'm Dr. Stanowski, chiropractor, radio host, author of Evology, a new healthcare paradigm for the 21st century. My all-natural approach is affordable and can show improvement in as little as one visit. Truth be told, holistic health starts with a healthy life plan, and those who execute that plan over a consistent course catch up, heal, and thrive. I guarantee. If your health is fading and on prescription drugs, if you want your energy back, deeper sleep, pain-free, or refocus an unresolved personal injury case, call me and let's get you in the best shape of your life. Schedule a visit with me, Dr. Z.
We are located at the Overland Trail Shop in LaPorte. Call 970-667-4669. EVOLyourself.com.
Article 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the person or thing to be seen.
American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228.
He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 10 through 13.
Guys, welcome back to Riell Truth. Howard Riell, Judge Jeanine Pirro from Fox News this past weekend. Let's listen. Well, that's a pretty darn good open. In fact, I don't think Hillary should stop in the woods. I think she should go through the woods, through the ocean to another country. And let her stay there. And by the way, let her shut up. Item from Los Angeles, CBSLocal.com. A statue of Christopher Columbus was covered up Monday just as the first Indigenous Peoples Day in Los Angeles got underway. That statue is located in downtown Los Angeles' Grand Park, in front of an entrance to the Stanley Mosque Courthouse off Hill Street. A white paper cover now covers the sculpture of Christopher Columbus and the block it stands on, and the entire display is now surrounded by a chain-link fence. City officials did not say they were going to cover up the statue, but Christopher Columbus monuments in other cities like New York have been defaced. Unquote. Well, my friends, I don't know why people hate Christopher Columbus suddenly, but okay. If they want to honor indigenous peoples around the world, that's fine, because after all, without indigenous peoples, we wouldn't have the, if not for indigenous peoples, we wouldn't, there couldn't be, when you think of everything we owe to indigenous people, Item from the Daily Mail. Political correctness is becoming a very dangerous threat to creativity and innovation, world-leading fashion designer Marc Jacobs has warned. The American businessman launched a stinging attack on those who look to restrict freedom of expression following criticism of his own fashion show last year, where he used a cast of predominantly white models to wearing dreadlocks. Speaking to about 400 students at the Oxford Union, Jacobs said, quote, "I think it's very dangerous to say you can't use this, you can't look at that, you can't borrow from that, you can't be inspired by that. Stay in your own lane." I don't really understand that mentality, and I think it's a very dangerous way of thinking. Unquote. My friends, that is liberalism 101. Identity politics, divide and conquer politics. You should be a victim politics. Marc Jacobs is right, and that's why we have to vote against liberal politicians every single chance we get, and we have to strike down liberal laws every single chance we get. It's a piece-by-piece process. It's slow, it's maddening, and it's what will save the United States of America. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stick around.
We know our government is out of control. It's no longer our servant, it's become our master. Listen to me. Liberty Forum with the Freedom Rider will answer the question, what can we do? Our freedom and liberty is at stake. It's time to act. Those who have given everything for this country would expect no less. Tune in to the new Liberty Forum radio show Fridays at 9 a.m. No state shall enter
enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque or reprisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility. Article 1, Section 10.
The Patriot Trading Group is a different kind of gold and silver company, cleaning up the industry for 21 years. Are you tired of the high-pressure sales tactics, the constant phone calls? Are you done with the bait and switch? You just want to be treated fairly with honesty and respect? That's exactly what you get when you call 800-951-0592. You have my word on it. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group. Check us out online at allamericangold.com.
The American Freedom Network is not funded or supported by special interest groups or government programs. The American Freedom Network is not sponsored by advertisers demanding content or programming control. The American Freedom Network is solely funded by you, the listener. Please help keep the American Freedom Network on the air by purchasing one of our sponsors' fine products or by calling 1-800-205-6245 to make a donation. The American Freedom Network needs your help.
All right, my friend, last week I played a motivational video from our president, Donald Trump. It has met with incredible acclaim, uproarious approval, and I've decided to play it again. If you need motivation in your life, and we all do, if you need a boost, well, Donald Trump is one of the most successful businessmen in the history of the world. So let's hear what he has to say.
Over 20 years ago, I coined the
My friends, I'm going to let you go to YouTube and find this video yourself and finish it. It's about 2/3 of the way done. Donald Trump, never, never, never give up. That's what it's called. From 2016. And when this guy talks, I listen. Item from Breitbart. Veteran Republican establishment figure Senator Bob Corker confirmed to the New York Times that the Republican establishment is focused on corralling President Donald Trump and his agenda. In an interview with reporter Jonathan Martin, Corker said, most Republican senators realized Trump was a threat to the general world order. Stop. That means a threat to their wallets and their power base, which is why we need to get the hell rid of those bastards ASAP. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips.
Well, it had to happen. Colorado legalized marijuana. Most people thought the green herb was a marijuana dispensary. Also, it was legalized on January the 1st, 2014. The same day we opened our new location at 4565 Gifford Street, 1.5 blocks south of I-70. There are 83,000 cars a day passing in front of our new location on Gifford Street, and most of them thought we were a marijuana dispensary. So we changed the name of our retail store to New Genesis Health, but we kept the name of our green herb supplements. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372. And be sure to listen to the Healthy Nature Show with Linda Phillips every Tuesday at 1 p.m.
TLR Associates of Boulder wants you to remember your life began at conception, and so does the life of it yet to be born. Baby and mother both lose with 1 in 3 women who choose abortion. Former abortion doctor Nathan says people do not understand that there are thousands of serious physical complications from abortion every year in this country. Post-abortion crises, severe guilt, depression, and stress, anxiety disorders, sleep disturbance, suicide, violent behavior, sterility, increased risk of miscarriage and delivery complications that premature birth. International Journal of Epidemiology reported abortion increased breast cancer risk by 9%. Every helpless baby has a right to life, too. This life-giving message is brought to you by TLR Associates of Boulder, providing a job well done for your home or business with design, stucco, stone, and brick. Call TLR Associates of Boulder, 303-921-32. TLR Medallion Brand and Stucco Protection serves the Boulder and northern Colorado area.
Item from Breitbart. Parents' anger led to a statement of apology by a Wyoming school district after a multiple choice online quiz included, quote, shooting at Trump, unquote, as a possible answer that was administered to high school students. The quiz was administered at Jackson Hole High School by English teacher Karen Aufderheide, reports the Jackson Hole News and Guide. The teacher gave her class a quiz Thursday on George Orwell's novel Animal Farm. The quiz question read, quote, Napoleon has the gun fired for a new occasion. What is the new occasion? A, he was shooting at Trump. B, his birthday. C, for completion of the windmill. D, to scare off attackers of Animal Farm, unquote. My friends, use your imaginations. What if one of the possible answers 5 years ago would have been shooting at Obama? We would have seen a volcanic eruption in that school system. But since they're only talking about shooting at a Republican/conservative, it's okay, right? Wrong. Item in a controversial move. California Governor Jerry Brown has signed a bill downgrading the crime of deliberately exposing a sexual partner to HIV from a felony to a misdemeanor, unquote. So, my friends, the folks in California are so smart, so very, very smart, so sophisticated. If you intentionally sleep with someone knowing you have HIV and that you're going to give it to them, that's all right. No big deal. Item. A Detroit firefighter was fired before he officially began his first day on the job for bringing a watermelon to work. Robert Pattison, 41, introduced himself to his fellow firefighters at Engine 55 in the corner of Joy and Southfield in Detroit by bringing a welcome gift, WJBK reported. 2nd Battalion Chief Sean McCarty calls his welcome gift a tradition for Engine 55 firefighters It's not mandatory, it's voluntary, he said. Patterson, who is a probational firefighter, decided to stand out from the crowd and bring a watermelon with a pink bow on top. Some black firefighters were reportedly offended by Patterson's gesture, since 90% of the firefighters at Engine 55 are black. Unquote. My friends, I can't explain what the hell has happened in America, but it seems now that if the wind blows, people can't wait to take offense. It's become a new participatory sport. Item. Conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh said this week Breitbart News executive chairman, former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon is, quote, taking over the role of the Republican Party, unquote, as he looks to support conservative challengers to establishment lawmakers in 2018. Quote, I think what Bannon is doing is slowly but surely taking over the role of the Republican Party, and people joining Bannon are doing the same, he said. The Republican Party is obviously not with Trump on balance. You have some in the House who are, but the Republican Party on balance is not with Trump. Unquote. My friends, the Republican Party in balance, like the entire Democrat Party, is not with the American people either. They are with themselves. They are with the big government party. They are with the elite. They are with everything that makes your life and mine harder and more challenging. That's why we've got to stop voting for phony baloney politicians. We've got to stop voting for incumbents. We have to replace them with true conservatives who will support President Trump's agenda and make America, just like it says on the hat, great again. Stop voting for phony baloney rhino Republicans. Of course, don't ever vote for Democrats, but vote conservative Republicans into office. You do that, things will get better. I'll be back tomorrow, my friends, with more real truth. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay angry.